Greetings to all of you. In this video, I would like to share with you on another very important topic that is of our concern these days is the online education, the rewards and the risks of online education. Jiddu Krishnamurthy, he says the highest function of education is to bring about an integrated individual who is capable of dealing with life as a whole. Now, the current situation is, are our students, teachers, are capable to deal with life at this pandemic and the post-pandemic context? And we all know that the situation is very fragile. And not many teachers knew just a month ago that addressing students on a screen would be the new routine for teachers. And many teachers were caught unaware. And now many students believe that classrooms will become more an avenue for social interaction while learning takes place online at home. So this pandemic has totally changed the learning scenario in our country and many countries. And we all have been stuck in our homes due to the ongoing lockdown, which has put everyone under an immense amount of mental stress. I would call it as a double blow. The first blow is the connection with the society was cut off for most of us and especially for the students due to the lockdown. And now a new education system is being imposed on the students and the teachers, which means their capability is being tested online and probably soon to be followed by online examinations. Are our teachers ready? Are our students ready for this situation? But the connectivity context in India has to be kept in mind when we talk about this reality. Now, a world without the internet is unimaginable. And connecting billions of people worldwide, the internet is a core pillar of the modern information society. And India is an emerging market for online market, for online learning, and for internet users. It is said India is the second largest online market in the world, ranked only behind China. And mobile shopping has also gained space in our country. And it is estimated that by 2021, there would be around 400 million social network users in India. And as all of you know, among all of the social media available, Facebook was the most or is the most popular social networking site in India, which has 166 million Facebook users in India. And very surprisingly, a survey found that children in India spend 35 hours online per week. That is about 3 hours above the global average. And it is going to increase. Today, out of the 4.54 billion people who use internet In the world today, that is almost 59% of the global population is using the internet today. And India is not an exception. What I want to share with you is in such a context of crisis, COVID 19, it is time for our educational system to learn to work through this crisis. And my take on this is, if an education system and educators are not able to help our students manage a crisis like COVID 19, then what is education? This is a very important question that was going on in my mind. And today, as of today, the COVID 19 deaths in our world has crossed 600,000. And this coronavirus has infected in our world about 14.2 million people. And as all of you know, the marginalized communities and people are always the worst hit during a crisis. So I would like to reflect with you on this current reality and see how our education system could respond. Our education system, especially in India, has responded with distant learning solutions. And it is actually a very imperfect substitute. And many poorer states and regions of India have opted for television lessons, or in some cases radio lessons, which is not going to solve the problem. And many sociologists say this pandemic period has widened the digital gap in our country. It is said in the last 4 months, the digital gap has widened in our country, especially the digital divide, urban and rural divide, lack of sensitivity towards the needs of children with disabilities and resources. So how are we going to handle this situation today? The poor have been affected, the families have been affected, the education in the country generally has been affected. The poor students who depend on school for free meals or even for free sanitary napkins have been deprived because the schools have been closed. The poor laborers, migrants, the small, medium and businesses, the part-time and private school teachers, the students living in mountainous areas, the rural students, the families and children who do not have access to technology or electronic gadgets. This has been a very traumatic days or months, and many parents have expressed a range of concerns during this pandemic period. I think we need to reflect more on this in another video. What is our response to this situation? There are also very positive elements in such a context. If we really approach the situation today with a discerning eye, we will know that the internet abounds with lots of opportunities. There are many organizations present in Facebook and Instagram who are offering a varieties of programs that are very useful. For example, I was happy to read in the newspaper yesterday that in Mysore, many farmers' organizations came together online. They had online class and training about their farming, discussing their farming difficulties and problems. And there are parents searching online for ways to farm their children. in good morals. Many parents use internet and social media to educate their children. So I think very important is how this pandemic situation could be used to benefit our children, the teachers and students. Thank you.